told me when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Or take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. You'll find a woman and you'll find love. And don't forget that there is a someone up above. And be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Get your lust from the rich man's gold. All that you need now is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, don't you worry, you'll find yourself. Follow your heart and nothing else. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? So baby, be a simple man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can?
You are the last hope.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Muse. So today we have a game. I'm in the Sumner Tier 8 DD, American DD. We're on Two Brothers Domination game. Ends up being a really close game. I didn't show you how it ends in the montage at the beginning, but we'll let you watch the ending when we get there. Not really going to focus on the gameplay. It's there for y'all to watch, but we're going to talk about something different. We're going to talk about accountability as content creators. And there's one content creator that I have in mind. I'm not going to say his name because it's like Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times, he shows up and his whole little shit show starts. So yeah, we're not going to say his name. A lot of you are just going to know who I'm talking about. It's pretty apparent for a lot of people. But we're going to talk about accountability as content creators, integrity as content creators. I think there's some people that have those things in spades. You know, there's ACC that was removed from the program, and do I necessarily think they needed to be removed? I don't personally. But even though they fully took accountability for what happened,
Enemy force detected.
they acted with integrity and they took accountability for that. And then you have the other side of that coin, and the content creator that I'm mostly going to be speaking on, they were removed from the CC program. And when they were removed, rather than take any kind of accountability for their actions as to why they got removed, they shifted the blame. They turned around and started, you know, demonizing wargaming for everything they could, trying to hurt the company, hurt the game, because they did something dumb and lost their job, basically. And I understand it's not a job, they don't get paid, but at the end of the day, even if you're volunteering for something, that is a job. So that's the context I use the whole job thing in. So one of the issues I have with this individual is the amount of misinformation they put into the community. And they put these things out there, and it's just them being hateful towards wargaming, and it's so, you know, like, I watched some of this person's videos over the last couple weeks, you know, talking about the accuracy of their battleships, and it's absolutely laughable, some of it, but there's people out there that buy into it, and, you know, like, really go into these conspiracy theories that they sell about wargaming. You know, they're nerfing, you know, they're shadow nerfing ships and shadow nerfing people, and you know, like, that kind of craziness. And there's things this person, this other content creator, doesn't take into account. For example, while I was watching one of their videos, one of the shots that they claimed, like, you know, oh, this is wargaming messing with my stuff. The battleship they fired at, after he was literally watching this content creator to fire, and this is something I do as a kiting cruiser. This was a battleship that did it, though. When he saw this content creator fire his guns from range, probably about, I want to say somewhere between like 12 and 15 kilometers, he changed his angle and he turned out just slightly. Now, this content creator, if you watch where he shot, he was shooting as if this person was just going to continue to go straight, sailing broadside. And they didn't. They turned out just slightly. They changed their angle by maybe like 10-15 degrees, but that was enough at 15 kilometers. And the shells fell short, and immediately, you know, rather than just say, hey, you know, I didn't plan on him turning out, it's, you know, oh, shells falling short, and this is wargaming. This ship was lasers 2 weeks ago, and now it's not lasers anymore. Like, he knows this game well enough to know, watch that replay and know that ship turned, and you didn't account for that turn on your aiming, but you're gonna put it on wargaming and blame it on wargaming. Have some accountability. Don't sit here and peddle that crap, you know, like, that's my pet peeve, is like just putting misinformation into the community. It's like venom. You're injecting it, and then the people you're misinforming run around misinforming more people. And it's just one thing after another, one conspiracy theory after another, you know, reset your commanders and just all this nonsense. Like, have some accountability. Because that reflects on you, and after people start to figure out, you know, they might fall for all your nonsense at first, but after a while, they're going to figure it out, and once they start to figure it out, you're no longer a trusted source of information, and that's what you're trying to sell yourself as. Is somebody that, you know, informs the community and teaches the community, and you talk about these guides you have, but here you are just spreading misinformation constantly about wargaming, about the game, about everything, about me. And it's absolutely just incredible the amount of misinformation you put out there, and you're proud of that. You have no desire to change that. Like, it blows my mind to have somebody, you know, that the community trusts. And are they a good entertainer? Yes, they're an amazing entertainer. That's why people love them. People gravitate towards them. So, like, do some good with that. Have some integrity and accountability, because you know who else is an amazing entertainer? A fucking clown. A fucking clown is a great entertainer. But they're not a good source of information. They're not somebody I'd want to go to for tax advice or legal advice or advice on how to play a game, because they're a fucking clown. And that's what you are, is a fucking clown that just throws misinformation out there. I find it laughable, some of the crap that comes out of you. All, like the conspiracy theories and all of that good stuff. I find it just absolutely laughable, but there's people that believe in that crap because of you. And you have no accountability for it because you're too proud to say you're wrong. You have no integrity. You can't just go, hey, I was wrong about something. You know, like, let's talk about some of your, you know, the shadow nerfing of your Georgias and your battleships that are just, you know, a couple weeks ago they were lasers and they're not lasers anymore. There's a couple things you have to account for. One, not every ship, I don't care how many times you test a ship in training rooms, not every ship you fire at is going to be the same. Because they have their own builds. And some of them put, you know, anti-dispersion perks on their ships and stack those perks, so they're opening up your dispersion quite a bit. So the lasers you fired in the training room, you fired at their ship with their build, it's going to be a lot more spread out. It's not going to hit like it did in the training room. You have people that are putting double rudder builds on incredibly agile ships. And if you're firing at them at, you know, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 kilometers, they're going to be able to get out of the way before those shells get there. You have incredibly skilled players who know how to kite, who know how to bait a shot. And they're going to sit there and they're going to be watching your guns like I do, wait for you to fire, and then make their move and just get out of the way of your shells. So you have all that stuff going on. You know, like, when you fire a shot, it's not just your build and there's a whole equation going on between what the other person's build is, what your build is, what they're doing, what you're doing, where you're aiming. So not every salvo is going to be, you know, carbon copy the same thing. You have RNG factored in, you have people's builds factored in, you have people's skill and ability factored in. So why sit there and you know, talk about, oh, it got shadow nerfed because it doesn't fire the same salvo every single time? One, you should know it's not going to because of RNG. But two, to sit there and pretend like people don't have skill and don't know how to evade a shot at 15 kilometers, or people aren't running builds that are made to make you miss. And sell the community on that crap. Oh, shadow nerf, shadow nerf. Like, nothing's getting shadow nerfed. That's not how wargaming rolls. Like, if they nerf something, they're gonna tell you, hey, we nerfed this. I think I even heard this person say that wargaming specifically, like, went after them and nerfed their account. Like, are you absolutely ridiculous? Are you out of your mind? Is your ego that damn big that you think they're gonna, like, go into their code and specially make sure you have no fucking good RNG? Like, you're just bait. Like, I don't even think you do drugs, and you're probably one of the most bait fucking persons I've ever met. But it's your ego that makes you come off as baked. It makes you come off as a clown, but that's you. And you're probably the one person out of all the content creators in this community that doesn't have integrity, that doesn't have accountability. You know, there's some other stuff I see on other channels. It's, you know, it's not for me. You know, like, the making fun of people kind of stuff, like, that's not, you know, like, I talk shit, but when I talk my shit, I'm talking to a pixelated ship, not an actual individual, and I'm not saying, oh, you're no skill, you're garbage, like, I don't say that kind of stuff to people. And so I don't agree with that when I see that, but I get it, it's gaming, people are gonna talk their stuff, you know, and it's entertaining, people like it, so I'm not gonna take issue with that. But purposely poisoning the community with just misinformation after misinformation after misinformation is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, like, why? And I know why. Because of ego, because of pride, because they took your, you know, you'll say you don't care about, you know, or I didn't want to be a CC anyway, like, obviously you do, if you're that vindictive towards the company and towards the game, and yet you still come back and play. Why is that? Maybe because without this game and this community, you have nothing. You don't have a channel, you don't have... And I'm sure you know that. You built your channel around this game and this community, and that's what they want to see. So you can't just abandon the game. As much as you sit there and talk shit and you hate it and you spread misinformation and you're just a poison to the community. You know, when I did my video that I had to take down, I called you a cancer to the community, and you are. You are indeed, and I'm sure people know who I'm talking about, but again, we're not saying the name because it's like Beetlejuice. I say it 3 times, and, you know, mysteriously that person shows up and their whole fucking clown show comes with them. So we're not going to do that. If you know, you know. If you don't, be grateful you don't. My suggestion to people is, you know, it's never been about, oh, like, if you're gonna watch that person, you can't be part of my community. I don't care if you enjoy that person's content. They are entertaining. I will give them that. Just don't take what they put out there as factual. There's some really awesome content creators in this community that you can get actual facts from. You know, those names I'm happy to say. You can go watch Aaron. You can go watch Hipper. You can go watch, you know, Hound. You can go watch a whole host, Spartan. There's so many people in this community that make awesome content that is completely on track. That's all I have for you. I'm going to let you watch the end of this battle. Good hunting, fair seas, captains. Catch you next time. Bye.
You'll find a woman, and you'll find love. And don't forget that there is a someone up above. And be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Get your lust from the rich man's gold. All that you need now is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son? follow your heart and nothing else. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? So baby, be a simple man.